Hello everyone, in today's video I want to go over one of the most basic mistakes people do over and over when they set up to the golf ball, which means that even as they set up, as they start, before they've even made their swing, they've already made things very difficult for themselves, and I want to make sure that you don't fall into this trap and you don't do the same mistake. So let's have a look, let's dive in and see what it is. So what is this mistake at setup that you see all the time? Now I see it in magazines, I see it in golf articles, I see golfers talk about the fact that when you set up, you should have a straight back and a straight neck. Oftentimes you'll see golfers practice like this and they'll put the club alongside their spine and they're trying to get themselves in a position with a really straight back. And the reality is, when you watch the best players in the world, they do not set up in that position, and with good reason. So let's have a look. I normally make the simple statement that good posture is not good golf posture. Those are two different things. So like I said, if you watch many of the world's best players, if you watch a Jack Nicklaus, if you watch a Tiger Woods, a Colin Montgomery, some of the greats through the ages, you'll notice they all have relatively rounded spines. So you often see a very straight line towards the lower back, the lumbar area, and then as you move up the thoracic towards the cervicals, it starts to arch forwards, flex forwards incrementally more and more. So eliminate the notion of a straight back, make sure it's curved like in the pictures I'm showing you right now. Why is that important? Well, it's important because throughout the course of your backswing, for example, you're not going to maintain that same spine angle that you have. In fact, you're going to start to extend. So you start like this at setup, but as you make your backswing, your spine actually needs to extend like this. As you view it from the face-on view, you start to extend, so you start to be in this position at the top. You see some lordosis, the back is in that position. If you start with your back straight, you've got nowhere to go, you're already extended. You can't use the spine as a lever in order to be able to propel the club further, in order to be able to swing faster, hit better golf shots. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Furthermore, as you round off the spine like this, it enables you to put your arms and hands here very much on top of your torso, enables you to, in other words, lengthen the radius of your stroke. If you have your shoulders protracted back like this, it shortens the distance you are from the ball, and it's going to shorten your radius, it's going to diminish your circumference, it's going to inhibit you from hitting the ball as far as you potentially could. The other thing you could say is, quite simply, well, it's a stick and ball game. You do want to have the ball, your object target, within your central vision. If your neck is up here like so, then you're not going to be able to see the ball except through peering through the bottom of your eye sockets, and it makes it very difficult to control or to have a good depth perception of the target object, making it very difficult to make good impact. Okay, so when you're set up, rounded like I said, neck tilted down towards the golf ball so you can see it through your central vision. An easy little tip, a simple cue you could use in this case, in this scenario, to try and see that is when you're filming yourselves from face on, make sure that you don't have a position here where your head is visible to the camera, so you can see my face right now, it's on show, I'm doing my straight back position, you can see my face. No, at setup you want to make sure that your cap is flexed down so you can't actually see my face in position here when I'm set up. It is hidden by the brim of my hat. So that's an easy reference point you can have when you're filming yourselves from face on. Just one last quick reason why you'd want to be like this is that as you make your backswing, you know you want your lead shoulder to move downwards. Okay, very often this is described by people as bringing your left shoulder underneath your chin, and I would argue that if you have your neck in an upward position like this, straight back, then it's not so much going to be a case of the left shoulder moving down under the chin. It's very much going to be a motion of the shoulder moving upwards towards the chin, right? and you absolutely want it to move downwards, because if it doesn't move downwards, like so, incrementally, then you're not able to keep your inclination to the ground. And notice here, this is why I'm very specific about saying inclination to the ground rather than spine angle, because like we said, the spine angle is changing continuously throughout that backswing, okay? Back to that reason though, we want the neck tilted down, in part because from here it really enables us to initiate a nice downward motion of the shoulder, the left tilt here as a right-handed golfer, so you can keep your inclination to the ground, so you can keep a steady head as viewed from a front view like so, without having your head shift up or backwards away from the target. So many reasons why, like I said, and I'll show these guys to you again, why when you look at the world's best players, they're not in a position with a straight back. No. They have a progressive curve going up their spine with their neck tilted downwards, looking at the ball through their central vision, and their arms positioned on top of their pecs like so. Really important. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Hopefully that's dispelled one of those common myths. Straight back, I hear it all the time. Don't do it, copy the best. There's good reasons why, as you've seen. If you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, then please do. It really helps me to grow the channel going forwards and to give you guys even more content. If you have any questions, then please pop them down below in the comments. Don't forget to like as well if you did. If you'd like to work with me, you can do both online through the Skillist app wherever you are in the world. It's an awesome way to learn, or in person here in the UK. Happy golfing.